Today is the big day that we've been waiting for, and that is doing the floor. Our barn getaway is coming out awesome. You guys can see we got our TV hooked up. We got some really cool tree art on the walls. Everything just looks beautiful.
It's awesome.
We got our string lights, but we haven't been able to really fully enjoy this space yet because of the floor. It's just a cold, dirty concrete floor and not very cozy. So we wanted to make this more inviting, and more cozy, and more relaxed, and more clean. So we could just come in here, relax, watch a movie, hang out, play, do whatever we're gonna do. So we've brainstormed, we've listened to all your guys' suggestions, and we've decided on a floor that I think is gonna be awesome in here to go with our inside out or outside in theme. Where we have, here's the house, that's the front door, the house number, and right now we're outside.
Yeah.
That's why we have our trees.
And our stars.
Yep, so we're outside. So what better floor than artificial turf. We got a huge, heavy roll of fake grass. So we're gonna stick with the outside in theme and have a beautiful green yard in here, even when it's snowy and cold and miserable outside.
Yeah.
So here's the tricky part. We have to figure out how to unroll this beast inside this room. And I do mean a beast. It's even got a beastie tail sticking out the end here. I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty nasty.
I don't know why it's like that.
This is 15 feet wide by 18 feet long. That's about how big the room is. Somehow we're gonna try to unroll this and get it in position and just hopefully
And then we
rest.
have to cut around posts and doorways and things.
I think I'm gonna let it set. We're gonna unroll it and just let it sit for a while. I want it to acclimate slightly, spin out in the cold. And I don't know if this kind of stuff expands and contracts. So before we cut it, I just wanted to hang out in here. So let's see if we can get it unrolled. Okay, we got the floor down. It wasn't that hard to actually get it unrolled as I thought it would be. It went pretty smoothly. We smashed up our camera.
I'm holding up my glasses.
We had the camera set up in the trusses, and when we went to take it down, we hit it into the ceiling fan, and it smashed the microphone off it, and it broke it. So I don't know how the audio quality is going to be right now. We need a new microphone. But at least we got the floor down, and it looks really good. It's got to fluff up a little, because right now it's, it's been rolled. It's all flat and dead looking. But it's green.
Yeah.
And I think it looks really cool, actually.
The room feels cozier.
Yeah. We're going to let it sit, like I said. So we're going to go in the house and just let this relax. You wouldn't think this would move a lot, but like I've seen stuff expand.
Yeah.
So you never know. I want to make sure it's exactly where it needs to be before I cut it. So that's the big surprise that you guys have been waiting for. What kind of flooring are we doing? This actually made a lot of sense for us because this floor was atrocious. It was really uneven and hilly. I mean, we have probably a good 6-inch slope from that corner down to this corner. It's
in that corner. Like if we were to level this room, the threshold would be covered.
Yeah, you would. It wouldn't just be floor leveler. You would need concrete work.
Like many, many inches.
Yeah, to fix this mess. So we needed something that was going to work with a rolling terrain, and what better than a rolling field of grass? So it works. What do we do with this excess? You think I could just fold it under? You think that'll work?
No, it doesn't.
Do you roll it in or out? What's the best way?
In.
Alright.
The room is like pretty much done now, except
Yeah.
for some baseboard trim over here.
Yeah, we'd still like to do some baseboard to cover up the gaps, and we'll probably just carry it around this wall and stop at this corner. And you can see the turf here. It's going to look cool when it's fluffed up. It's a pretty long turf. It's got like fibers in there to make it fluffy and realistic looking. So we got the floor down. We just wanted to talk about why we chose. We just want to talk about why we chose turf. Well, not only is it just part of the non-themed theme of just outside in, which makes it look really cool and grassy and fresh. I mean, let's face it, it's cool to see green grass when the majority of your year is dead and white outside. So it's nice to have that green in there. I did consider other options, but since the floor is so uneven, it would be difficult to put a lot of things in there besides some type of carpet. This carpet being made for outside means it can get wet, it can get dirty, it's not going to get moldy or weird or anything like that. So we can put it straight on that concrete and not worry about any dampness or anything. It's all plastic.
Even though the room does stay dry.
Super dry.
So.
But you never know. The coolness of the turf came with a price. This was the most expensive part of the room. Crazy expensive. I almost didn't want to do it, but I was set on it. So I just went with it, and I mean, it looks good. It was easier to install than we expected.
Yeah, actually.
And we're happy with it. So now the next step is baseboard. We want to install some trim along those couple of walls just to hide the gaps and unevenness.
The flooring does smell a little like off gassy, so we've been opening the door to the room so it can air out during the day, and then we close it at night.
Yeah, just to get rid of any nasty fumes so we're not breathing in anything too toxic. I'm out here to finish up the baseboard trim for our barn getaway. So I was looking around at my scrap wood, and I think I'm going to use more of this old door casing. And this came out of the home when we renovated it. And I think it'll do the job of finishing off the bottom of the wall. It'll look good enough. Now I had plans to do something totally different, a little more creative, but the weather's just too cold for me to finish the wood the way I wanted to, which was I was going to stain it. And I have nowhere to do it really. I don't really feel like doing it in the room. I think I'm going to just use this instead. So the first thing I got to do is pull the nails out of this because this trim still has all these old nails in it. And it's not too hard, but it's a little tedious, and this gives me the perfect opportunity to test out a new tool that I recently got. So I have not tried this out yet. This will be my first time using it, but this is a nail punch and also a nail remover. It's a pneumatic tool, so it hooks up to my air supply, and this is going to be pretty cool, but I need safety glasses. So let me get those. So here's the tool, and it's basically got this tip on it with a hole at the end. I'm going to place it right over the nail. Check that out. Left it pretty nice. Just shoots it right out. Well guys, I think we can call this job complete. I decided to just go ahead and tack in this trim the way it is. I actually carried it all into the house. I was going to paint it, but all we had was gray. Ashley said no.
Dark blue, no.
White was going to stand out too much. And Fiji, I thought that'd be cool. Ashley doesn't want Fiji trim. So we decided to leave it brown, even though it's a little rough looking, because it blends in, and we can worry about it later if need be. I mean, it's fine. For this room, it's fine. It actually looks pretty good. Ideally, I would like to cut, and this was my plan, was to cut some plywood and make kind of a grassy, hilly shape, and do some green stained wood baseboards to kind of match these leaves up here. I think that would look really cool and kind of bring the grass up onto the wall a little bit. The only reason I didn't do that is because I just don't have a good spot to stain right now. It's super cold out. We don't want to stain in this room right now. Also, it's just so cold to cut wood, getting the plywood out. We're just doing what we can right now for the winter. The turf went down beautifully. Mm-hmm. We're very happy with it.
I love being in here with socks.
Mm-hmm.
So cozy.
We gotta have a clean spot to take off our shoes outside the door. That's something I'll have to work on, cleaning out an area and somehow maintaining it. Getting a mat or something. I don't know.
Yep.
So we've been airing out the room for the last couple days, opening the door during the day to get the fumes out, because any kind of new rug, new plastic, new anything, it smells. We don't like that. So we've been airing out the room, and it's already dissipating pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Much better.
So here's the good news and the bad news. The good news is the room is done. This is finished. That's everything we really wanted to do in here. The bad news is I can't use the space anymore to build anything. We can't have sawdust and mess in here.
Yeah.
It was so awesome building beds in here because of the heat, just staying warm. We really cranked the heat up in here. We turn up the heater a little bit and it's easily 80 to 90 degrees in here. And it feels so good. So anyway, project done. Artificial turf cost us a lot of money, but we're happy with the result, and we think it really is the only option for this space. I don't really know what else I would have used.
Either this or like an outdoor carpet.
Yeah, and I honestly couldn't find any outdoor carpets that were 15 feet wide. So I would have had to piece them together. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to piece carpeting together. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys love the room. Hopefully we can do some more fun things out here now going forward. We'll definitely make use of the space, and if we do, we'll bring you guys along. In fact, we have some plans coming up, but nothing messy. I'm going to have to stop building for a little while unless I'm willing to deal with the cold. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon with another video. So until next time, take care.
Bye. Let's trade spots. Wow, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Since when do we take our chairs with us? I thought it'd be cool to like swap, and then you could like ding, and then we disappear. But then you like ruined it.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? I guess we'll have to take our chairs away because you moved the spot. Right?
You left your glasses.